Ukukhula ngaphandle kwababa kungadala inkinga eziningi. Futhi abantwana abaningi bagcina baziva ngathi abathandwa ngenxa yokuswela uthando luka baba. Igama lami uPhumzile Malinga, ngiyakwamukela ku-Insightful Conversations. And today, for the first time, I'm joined by two gentlemen lawa Insightful. It's the first time ngiba nabo bhuti kuphela e-studio. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Yes. So today, yibo bazongisiza ukuthi sikhulume about a very, very important issue, which is also part of a huge crisis that we have currently in our country, which is co-parenting from the side of a male, and also the importance of fatherhood. You know, uthando luka baba. Why kubalulekile ukuthi umuntu abe nobaba? But before sizongena ku topic yethu, bengicela nje ukuthi nizazise ukuthi ningabobani, nibuyapi, nenzani. Just an introduction to just let people know who you are and where you're from. Singaqala ngapha.
Okay, ngiyabonga. Igama nguVeli Robert Ladla, ngi-contractor and I'm in politics, so I'm from around eThwathu.
All right. Siyakwamukela Veli, which contractor, and yeah, can you dive briefly into the work that you have done in the community? What is it that you do? Abantu bakwazi ngani?
No, bangazi ngayi construction company. I run a construction company, which is this one, and ngi-chairperson of a political party, so ngi-active nje ekuhlaleni.
All right. Okay. Siyakwamukele ku-Insightful. And ngachubeka uzazise.
Okay. Igama lami uLakho Kamzimba. I am a pastor at Beautiful Gate Ministries. I am also a founder of a program, I Am My Brother's Keeper, that is still growing.
Siyabonga. Ngibona ngathi ngikhohle your most important role, which is also ningabobaba.
We are fathers, yes.
Yeah. You know, because that's why ngikhonile ukuni-invite ukuthi when you're doing your work, you also have a very important role, which is being a father. And these days, we find a challenge that a lot of fathers are not present in the home and empilweni zabantwana babo. So my first question would just be, ngicabanga ukuthi yini into eyenza ukuthi abantwana esikhathini esiningi ugcine ungasekho empilweni yakhe? You know, what are the challenges of co-parenting since ningahlali nabo ngaso sonke isikhathi? Mhlambe singaqala ngaloku Mr. Mzimba ngizwe ukuthi what are the challenges that you face as a father that has a child ongahlali naye endlini every day? What does that look like?
Okay, thank you. Ukungahlali nomntwana, it's one of the hardest thing ubaba nobaba experienceayo, because akekho ubaba ophilile ofuna ukubona umntwana wakhe angakhuliswa uyi.
All right.
Remember ukuthi mawungakhulisa umntwana ukhona ubaba osempilweni nomntwana, that we call step parenting or stepfather, of which kwesinye isikhathi uzibuza ukuthi ngabe umfundisa okuyikona kona na, ingabe vele njengoba mina ngumzimba lo baba lona uzokhipha ibrand yakamzimba na. And okunye futhi okubaluleka kakhulu ukuthi asizikhetheli usually ukuthi singahlali nabantwana. Sine pressure thina especially sizwe simnyama ukuthi ngoba umntwana umtholele ekhaya, umntwana kagogo, umntwana kamalungu, as if bebakhona bona ekujuleni. But then lento le iya separate again ukuthi njengoba bathi umntwana wakabani akuso umntwana wakho, wena as a father ifika ikushaya kabuhlungu enhlizweni. And remember mabakusho lokho abakusho ngomlomo kuphela, bazokwenza futhi ukuthi ufile nawe ukuthi vele awusubaba kulomntwana, because le ntombazana umtholele asekhaya. Then ebesiyenza ukuthi kube ne division phakathi komntwana nobabakhe. Akasakwazi ubaba ukudlala irole yakhe ezokumele ukuthi abe ubaba ophelele kulomntwana, because sekukhona abathi umntwanabo. And again futhi into encane mhlambe singayibhekanga thina is the child naming. Into encane ngiyazi leyo, but isishaka kakhulu thina especially abobaba.
Okay.
Whereby masingabe sibrekisene singahlali soyi2 uthi mawufone esibhedlela ayisengimtholile umfana usibusiso. Umamami uthe uMichael, okay, umama kuthi uMichael mama ungenaphi emntwaneni wami na. You understand? So the naming iyenza ukuthi futhi again abobaba uma bangakwazanga ukunika abantwana amagama abo bangabi na that good relationship, but so attached kubantwana babo. Because when you name your child, you name your brand, something that you want to seek, sas. But now somebody has already done it for you. Then yenza ukuthi ungabi nabobudlelwano obuhle for umntwana.
If I may just come back, uyibeka mnandi mawuthi brand. So in this instance, ngifuna uyenze very personal to your own personal story. So when you say that umntwana akanikwanga uwe igama, but now the challenge at the time, did you do into bekumele uyenze njengokuthi emzini kuyahlonishwa umntana omunye umuntu uyalotsholwa before abanengane? Akusiyo into ekuba yi challenge nale.
It is a challenge, a very big challenge. Thina ama-80s sibe nenkinga ngoba sisadlala kabi sasheshe sabantu abantwana early.
Oh.
While we're not yet matured. And then sidlale kungekho umqondo wekusasa.
Alright.
Sidlale kuyinto yamanje. Then bese kwase kwaba kukhona umntwana. Then mase kuba khona umntwana kuba nama challenges esiwafaceayo or maybe see an argument, too much argument during pregnancy. Then I'm like mara vele muslona vele kusume eqondane vele. Futhi kusala futhi asitazame futhi ngithi apreke mina understand. Those things senza ukuthi at the young at the early age noma mosesemncane kuyakwenza ukuthi usheshe ukuthi ukhohle ngalo yamuntu omprekisile akakabi khona nomntwana sakhuluma about the pregnancy yakhohlwa ngalo yamuntu lula nanoma sekunomntwana masekunomntwana remember ukuthi mawuprekise umntwana omunye umzali for instance mina bangaprekisa umntwana nami abe wami during pregnancy then umntwana masakhona soxabana vele where were you all this time uvela seseka prek uphethe namanapkenyana i2 i3 but can you be able to be a father to his child? You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so ibrekheka lapho kakhulu futhi kakhulu.
All right. Veli, what are your challenges when it comes to co-parenting?
Ama challenges akhona, I think inkinga esuke ibe khona mhlambe ukugijima kancane emagameni kababa. Like telling mhlambe ube ne relationship bese kuyonakala mhlambe the other party usafuna ukuthi mhlambe ngabe niyaqhubeka. Wena mhlambe uphumile because beningekho mhlambe ku relationship ukuthi ningakha something or ningabuild or mhlambe noma kungekhona lokho just it's a matter ukuthi kube neyinkinga kube neyingqinamba naba nama arguments and khona ukubona ngasolinye into enethize then the one party will use the situation yomntwana ukuthi okay ngoba ngathi una ikhe ukuthi ube sempilweni yengane bese umuntu akunqabele ungakhona ukubona umntwana wakho ngendlela ofuna ukumbona ngayo because ukuba i parent is not only about ukuthumela imali. I think there's a lot that's involved in empilweni yengane because you can do that but ithothi uyanqatshela ukuthi umntwana uspend isikhathi naye noma mhlambe I feel the sense of having a father because njengoba kushiwo ukuthi enganeni as a father entombazana but we first love because uba email figure makaqala bona umhlaba bona izinto athi oh this guy this is the thicker voice like hayo ubabami and ukanje kimi une role nje ukuthi ayidlale kimi then bese emfaneni uba hero noma ngambona uSuperman andizathi tshwe but baba mystery yabona so bese sekayanqatshela ukuthi aspend isikhathi naleso steering umfana vele it becomes a problem and njobo ashuba ukuthi mo indoda ephusile ekhanda vele you will feel mangabe umntana wakho affecteka badly so if umama bona ukuthi no uphatheka kabi if ungayiboni ingane noma ungakhona ukuyi-accessa then they will use that ukuthi ungakhona ukubona ingane yakho ngendlela.
So you finding a challenge ukuthi awukho allowed ukubona abantwana the way ufuna ngakhona?
Yeah, I think with the one i-challenge kuba that but the one child umama wakhe wamletha kimi then the other child umama wakhe akahlali naye uvele wayomhlalisa kwenye province of which I think ukuthi ile challenge le yokuthi umntwana ngisho ubelonga to the mother side even nomthetho wamanje khona ezweni vele ngaphandle kwesinto banokuthi i-primary parent umama ngoba umntwana vele uba so ukuze wena baba umthola abuye ngaku vele kuzoba ngathi unesikhwele or awufuna ukuthi u-ex wakhe ajole or ayenzini uphakamisa isikhwele ngesimanga sokuthi umbona nabanye abantu that's why loku there kanti no ufuna ama rights wakho ukuthi ukhona ukathenda umntwana so it becomes a problem because automatically vele kuthiwa ingane yomama uyabona but a father is responsible for the maintenance and the upkeep of the child.
Yeah. So now what you guys are bringing to the table, extended family, ngizwa kakhulu nifaka also ebakhabo mama, that there's a challenge when it comes to those people because they keep coming up, but they also become barriers. Mara ngathi esikhathini esiningi kuphinde kube yibo abacomplainayo ukuthi umshiyile umntwana. So kahle kudingekani into yenza ukuthi abantu bakhabo mama ukuze babe kahle. Should you go uyobhadala inhlawulo or kufunekani kahle what would be the solution?
The solution I think ukuthi umele ubuyele uyolivuma icala lakho pay the damage and take it from there. And then remember futhi okunye ukuthi all this time mhlambe ungekho mhlambe say 3 or 4 years ungekho emntwaneni abantu manje sebafuna ukuprofita indirect.
Or profits,
so yeah,
like imali.
Yes, so mawuzofuna ukukhipha idamage, it will no longer be just a damage ngoba ngathi manje bathi bayakulaya manje na kanjani kumele ukwenze if
So for example bazokucharge malini so inhlawulo.
Yo. Well, I can't be specific, but roughly could reach 9 to 10,000.
10,000 just to see your child.
Yes, so kwazi ukuthi ube access emntwaneni.
All right. Yo, no, it's a lot. So what do you think Veli would be the solution? Because manje umntwana kwenye province and akahlali na both parents, which is now hurting the child.
Exactly.
What would be like the solution to this?
No, ngicabanga ukuthi vele i-solution ngaba ukulandela lama processes wesintu, because they like to stand on kuba yiloko ukuthi no awenzanga izinto ngendlela, so already vele ubelonga ngapha. So it will be to go upay ama damages ugeza umuzi ngoba sekuthiwa uyamlobola umntwana, think kunaleyo nto leyo bese you do that and then awile ngakuwe, and then at least umntwana azoba ne freedom of choice ukuthi uhlala nobaba or uhlala nomama or uhlala ne mother's family if uphatheke kahle kahle. But kuba kuhle ukuthi nomntwana abe ne choice, because manje vele noma ngabe uzothi uzifuna nobaba vele ngeke kuvumeleke because of lezo zinto azikenziwa.
Yo, so there's a lot of challenges in order for you to become the father that you want to be. But kakhulu abantwana beni bona nabacabangela now ukuthi how much are they missing out? Njengoba sowushilo nje like ukuthi your child is your brand. So already what are they missing out, and how do you try ukuthi nawo umntanakho mhlambe makazile azovakasha yini izinto ezibalulekile ukuthi uzifundise umntanakho or uzishare naye? What is it that you miss as a father? What is your role kahle kahle? Yini role yakho umntanakho makazile kuwe? What is your most important role?
You miss a lot mntwana mangekho kuwe, because mntwana makafika kumele uqala umfundisi ukuthi yini ubaba. Abantwana singabakhulisanga kuba na this transactional relationship. Mababona thina babona ama ATM. You understand? So mabafika we need to sit down with them. Siba understand this ukuthi kahle kahle njengoba ngubaba I'm not an ATM, I'm ngisi ATM.
Okay.
You understand? Yes. Of which is not something enzeka over the night. It is a process.
Yeah.
Ongayisebenzisa. And umuntu osakubona njenge ATM, the day ATM ingakhiphanga imali iba enemy.
Yo.
Because siyazange vele waba ne relationship.
Uze ne expectation yokuthi mangisuka la ngizobe nginemali and nasekhaya bangitshelile ukuthi kumele nginike imali.
Yes.
Yo. No, this is really sad. So you're not able ukuthi umnikeze ama values or anything because mele athola imali kuqala before azokumamela. This is very sad.
Yeah, it becomes like that. Vele inkinga kakhulu. I think vele nje ubaba ibeka kubalekile ukuthi mhlambe unciphise nasentweni ukuthi ukhiphe imali just like that, because nabantwana mabaloku bakhula bafunda nokuba manipulative. Uyakumanipulate nangaleyo nto ukuthi vela awukho kuba ngathi nawe uyafeel ukuthi mila kuphanishe somehow vele ubaba uzoyenza this thing because vela akekho throughout the year angibi naye, because noma ngabe uyayithumela imali orwenzani but because akayibonisa uka kuwe isandleni sakhe then uzofeel ukuthi vele you are not there at all. Yayibona? So kuba kuhle vele ukuthi mawunaye nibe less on material things, nibe more on the bonding side. Yabona?
But now you find that a lot of ladies would also complain that anithumeli imali eyanele. How do you know and how do you communicate? Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ngabomama babantwana kumanje, do you have a relationship with them? Do you communicate with them so that ungagcini vele sokuthola kuthiwa awenzi lutho and ngoba wena you just out of your own, do you decide on your own ukuthi ngithumela imali engaka? Or do you guys communicate ukuthi sivumelana ngokuthi ungangincedisa or singabambisana ngemali engaka na? How does that work? Do you talk to your exes and discuss financial issues concerning umntwana?
Ngicabanga ukuthi into right vele ukuthi nibonisane, because it's impossible ukuthi ningaba ne care yomuntu oyi-one but uncommunicate, because mele wazi ukuthi indleko zakhe zihamba kanjani, udingani esikolweni kwenzakalani, especially kithi abobaba. A lot of us asibi that hands on wazi ukuthi stationery siyimalini, i breakfast yakhe imkhosta kanjani and what no, so uzodinga ukuzwa ngomama because you can assume ukuthi umnikeza imali enough kanti ishota kakhulu.
So uyakhuluma naye.
Yeah,
you
it's
have
important.
regular conversations with them.
Yes, I've noticed manje masingena emashop ezamadoda sisitshela ukuthi I can buy a grocery with this much then inele uvela uthenga izinto eziyi5 uthi yo abo mama benza kanjani kushuthi this thing ukuthi they multiply things it works kanti ukuthi vela sijwayelanga ukuthenga so vele kuba kuhle ukuthi ukhulumisane nje nomama at least akutshela even though we feel ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi ba add ama costs unnecessary but makuba njalo kuba no you might feel ukuthi mhlawumbe umntwana udinga i1005 yena yenze kube i2000 something just because vele angisho lento yokulaya I think ayipheli angazi kanjani kuba nalento ukuthi because uchiftile ule especially kwaba nomunye ke umama sesayidini uzoba nalento ukuthi uhola this much then uzokhipha imali engaka kushuthi uzodliwa ile ntombazana angeke umntana akhe akamenzela na this and this and this and that yabona nezinto vele mhlawumbe umntwana angazi enjoy nokuzenza amfake ku swimming class amfake ku soccer class amfake ku whatever class nezinto umntwana vele ezingekho kuye and then you have to do those and you have to pay because umntwana uzotshela ukuthi no wena mele attend le class ubabakha akafuni this and that umntwana afile ngathi idea yakhe naye ayithandayo kanti ukuthi kumele kubonwe ubaba ukuthi uzoyenza na le nto leyo ukuthi uyakuthanda na if azibhadala lezo zinto if angakhokhi then it means akena concern nawe or akana thando lwakho ezumntwana.
Sure. So, when Mr. Mzimba, do you speak to your ex and discuss financial issues?
No, asikhulumi ngamkhatha ngamtshela ukuthi angisiyi boyfriend yakhe so because sasihlanganisa umntwana okwamanje and then I prefer ukukhuluma nomntwana because uye uzazi idingo zakhe and again futhi imali it's never enough. Angeke vele be enough imali.
Okay.
So lokho ekubeka etafuleni makube yiko kwanele for this month. And this month mangibeka etafuleni makube yiko kwanele because it will never be enough.
It will never. But manje lento isho uvela ukuthi idingo zomntwana zaziwa umama and wena umkhathe off ngoba awusi boyfriend yakhe. But angisho ningabazali balomntwana eninayo. So leya account na.
No, it doesn't count anymore because umntwana uyakuba uyazazi ukuthi manje ufunani.
Okay, unangakho umntwana
na 17.
Na 17.
Yeah, uyazi ukuthi ufunani.
Okay.
Uyazi ukuthi ugeza ngani.
Okay.
Uyazi esikolweni bafuna ini. So mama ke there's no need ukuthi is communicated naye. No, come on, there's no need.
There's no need.
Not at all.
I still do find that a bit difficult to just swallow because manje umntwana mangabe uyagula or kunama challenges akabehave kahle, who do you discuss that with?
That is a problem. That is a very big problem because ama challenges abakhona yes iyangena ikhona kuna 1 2 3 then I have to attend to it.
Kufuna mama umntwana.
Yes, but remember ukuthi ikhona ingena ngani because kune problem. Ayingeni ngoba umntwana udinga imali. Ingena ngoba umntwana une problem. The mntwana maka problem I have to intervene to make ukuthi izinto zibe kanconywana. But when it comes to emalini no, as communicate no.
Okay, so it does. There's definitely a reason why two parents mele bakhulumisana. We will have to co-parent. Niyavumelana navuma ukuthi mhlambe ku important vele ukuthi ukhulumisa umama umntwana.
Yeah, it is
akukho important.
No, ukhuluma ku important ukhuluma.
Important.
Yes, kodwa ke kuna futhi kube nama limits.
Oh, limits, okay.
Yeah, siyakhuluma sikhulume bese kube khona isikhathi khona lapha yana cha sisafiki.
Okay. And then ufuna ukufika.
So kumele ngokusheshsha ngembuyisele emuva.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes both sides ngoba nathi mele sibe nama limit intervening kwi life ka mama siyabona. So ku ex so you can't be ngoba uzogcina sofuna nokucontrol even kwa spending sakhe mozofuna uqhamukela kakhulu. So vele mele sikhulume to a limit but wona ukukhuluma kubalekile I feel ukuthi it's very very important.
All right. Which leads me to the next question because Gahamba you've moved on. Now you have new partners. I know that you are married and I'm not sure, but I think you're also dating.
But I'm dating.
Yes. So, isebenza kanjani mase ifika lapho? So kufike manje umamncane, kufike ustepmother. What happens? How do you as a man, how do you make sure that umntanakho uqhubeka involved empilweni yakho entsha? How does that work?
Very important question. Thank you sis. Thina isizwe semnyama asinayo step parenting. Thina sinabazali.
Okay.
Step parenting nje sesiyi adopt nje but ke uma uze nomntwana ngubabakhe. Mangize nomntwana umama wakhe akujiki. So makafika kumele afundiswe lokho. Ukuthi lo la endlini unyoko. Lona uyihlo. Irrespect bakhona. Afundiswe into efundiswa laba balana endlini.
Okay.
Kanjalo respect bakhona. Yeah.
All right. So and then in terms of prepare umamncane khona kuba njani? Do you have a discussion ukuthi umntwana uzoza naye uba involved or eyakho nje ne-ex yakho leyo? Like how does that work?
No, umama endlini kumele azi.
Okay.
Kokunye futhi kumele approve ukuthi uza nini. For the sake ukuthi kube ne-order endlini.
Okay.
Angithi siyabuild umuzi.
Yes.
So kumele kube ne-order. Kumele azi ukuthi okay ngoMarch ikole zashesha ukuvulwa ke mhlambe ngoJune years because kuthatha isikhathi. It's okay. And it's the parenting is not for everybody. I always say so. The parenting is not for everybody. The parenting is not a choice. Akekho kwaba nesifiso ukuthi mina ngifisa ukuthi ngaba nomfazi nabantwana. Akekho umuntu okwaba nesifiso ukuthi mina ngifisa ukuthi ngaba nendoda nabantwana. It's the parenting is a calling.
Okay.
You don't choose that thing. But mayenzeka you cherish it. You understand? Yeah, so now umama kumele abe prepared naye ukuthi mina this is my calling. I am a mother to another child. Ongahlali nami. But makafika lana futhi kumele ngizame ukumunderstand ukuthi unjani because ikhaya buya kilo asilazi.
Yes.
And angeke afunde futhi izinto esizifundisayo la endlini.
Wow.
Then umama kumele naye akwazi ukadjust.
All right. And how does it work from your end because you're not married already? Kusebenza njani mase kuza ke umntwana?
Yeah, in my case, it becomes an issue because let's say my relation plus a volatile. You might say, okay, manjai, nisho ukuthi siyo last, and then bese sozo end up we introduce umntwana kuma parents amaningi. Uthi mama but ibuyela still kulento leyo ukuthi every mother figure is a mother to you. Lento le esasikhule sinayo ukuthiwa wonke umuntu ubaba kuwe, wonke umuntu umama kuwe. So iba ngaleyo ndlela nje ukuthi my partner has to know my child and then sisibona ukuthi bayakhona ukuthi ba understandane because mele bakhona vele ukunderstandana otherwise vele kuzoba ne chaos endlini. And I really think ukuthi I can't have that. So ngize ngifile ngathi I'm allowing the kids to determine ukuthi i-relationship yami ihamba how far because if the child akakhona ukuba sharp with the person I'm with the life in vele it becomes a major issue like kuba a deal breaker for me.
Kuba a deal breaker. Like what are the issues that would happen? Like if you can emphasize mhlambe kwe one engagcina vele lead ekutheni no it's not going to work out because they're not getting along. Kunokusuke kwenzakalani kibo between the two?
At the moment angikhona ukuyibeka very straight but nje uvela uyibone. I think lento kuba iparent mo iparent uyasibona isimo masisebenza nesimo noma singasebenzi. You can feel it nje ukuthi endlini sekuhlale kune tension sekuhlale kunenkinga ipartner yakho naye akasafeel comfortable being around the child naye kuba ngathi ya withdraw kuba ni nje ne tension amongst them then uyabona ukuthi kushuthi vele inkinga then but awuvela uthi akushuthi akulungi. You have to try and sit them down and uzama ukuyibuild le relation yabo because ubathanda both ngisho uthanda the partner uthanda the child and both bakwenza ube happy so kumele uthole indlela yokuthi isebenze if ayisebenzi then kuba that ukuthi vele nye kulunga.
But now my other concern because sikhuluma ngabantwana la and njengabo baba since kuyini eniholayo umndeni masithi futhi we don't have step parents and we bring different partners empilweni yabantwana bethu, doesn't that cause a confusion for lo mntwana?
No, it doesn't. Kuya ngokuthi umntwana ufundiswa ubani, ufundiswa ini.
Okay.
Mawuhleli nomntwana la uhleli khona kumele umntwana azi ukuthi maya kuba bakho kunomama lapha mhlamba akafani nami but umama lapha yana so ngendlela ongihlonipha ngayo mawufika lapha naye emhloniphe kanjalo.
So that would be a role yakamama
yes ex yes because remember phela ngimayelana sifuna ukulungisa umntwana ngithi and ukuze silungise umntwana you have to play your role now makeza kuba bakho umntwana kunomama lapha yana akeze kubaba ayi1 iproblem iba sekutheni umntwana makafika uza kubaba ayi1 lo mama lo akabona ukubona ubaba ngilambile kunomama endlini
yo
baba insipho kugeza ngitholi kunomama endlini.
And then how at that moment because now yizo lezi zinto ezinogcina ezibreak ama relationships at that moment as the head of the family what do you do?
I have to sit down nomntwana so ukuthi akwazi ukunderstand ukuthi lo hleli lana umama ophelele futhi angeke sibuye sicompare ngoba nawe uyawakho umuzi sihleli naye nawe uyawakho umuzi angeke sicompare nalona ongazanga wakhe ngithi but ke kumele azi umntwana ukuthi lo mama amthola la endlini umama ophelele futhi
uyikhuluma kanjani le nto leyo mntanami lona umama uphelele umama wakho uhlulekile kwakho umuzi
No,
how does it go okay
angilapho
how does it go
angilapho umntwana kumele uhlaye naye phansi ngithi umntwana ukhuluma naye nje uaddress umuntu omdala
all right
angithi
yes
so if ngiyamlanda umntwana kumele ngimprepare asesendleleni noma ngakamlandi ezekimi mangiloko mina ngicommunicate naye kumele azi ukuthi ulana kunomama makwenzekile wangangithola efonini kumele azi mangamtholanga ubaba khona umama engizomthola
all right
and lento engizoyikhuluma kubaba kuloya mama ngizoyikhuluma
exactly
le iba ukuba umthwalo olula ukuthi naye makeza as azi ukuthi nokunomama manje ngilekelanga ngabe ngifuna 1000 ngangayithola kubaba umama ongihlanganisela yona ngayithola nalapha ngiyathanda
all right so le 1000 iphuma kumama strictly or woyithathe wayinika umama
it doesn't matter ukuthi iphuma but for the sake ukuthi akangitholanga but wakwazi ukukhuluma nomama mayiphuma iphumile kuba umthwalo olula kuye
all right would you agree with that
I agree with that totally because kungaba inkinga imagine as a woman kufika umntana wepartner yakho address nga anything akakhuluma nawe ngalutho yonke into kumele aqonde kubabakhe so kuba ngathi vela acknowledge ukuthi you are existing yabona so already izokhoza ama tension abe ngikhuluma ngawo bese kugcine sekungathi nawe usinakusemntwaneni kanti it's not that umntwana vele akaka-acknowledge as a parent ekhona la endlini yabona
but kuthiwa kakhulu abo baba nani niyavumela ama step mother because kakhulu ngithanda abankosikazi beni kokudlula abantwana so do you not let the women that come into your lives to end up abusing your kids and how do you see ukuthi la umntana mkhuluma iqiniso or la umntana unamanga how do you measure that as a man now because a lot of men end up being accused ngale nto leyo ukuthi mina ubaba mvela kangithandi njalo umamncane makukhulume yena hayi kuba yilo iqiniso because there are a lot of kids out there who are also hurting and because not every stepmother njengoba ushilo ukuthi it's a calling so it's not for everyone and unfortunately at this time mhlawumbe ukhethe lo engasi calling yakhe how do you see with this woman cannot do this
ngicabanga ukuthi kumele vele ube attentive yazendlini kumele unake kumele ube hands on I understand ukuthi as abobaba most siyasebenza ubuye late and what not mhlambi awusakhona ukuthi ubone ukuthi umama wenza njani umntwana wenza njani but ngicabanga ukuthi kumele uzinikeze isikhathi with your family so ngamanje unciphisa isikhathi samajita but isikhathi esiningi kube sala kulomndeni wakho angisho sazama ukumolda ukuthi ube lento ufuna ukuthi ube yiyo because if you don't do that ivela abantwana baba manipulative babona ukuthi ama buttons kababa mangithe uyakhona ukumjikela umama and then nani niyasikhona abantu besimame bayakhona nje ukusenzisa izinto so ningakhona ukuthi vele nisenze ukuthi si drift from our kids highlight izinto ezi wrong kakhulu ngengane yami and then I'll end up thinking ukuthi lo mntwana uyadelela mhlawumbe ngcona yekumama yakhe or ngcona kube njani kanti mhlambe even my partner is manipulating the situation so kuba very very important ukuthi uwazi the both of them because ipartner yakho vele mele uyazi mele umazi noma sekazama ukudlala mele umazi noma enza izinto ngendlela okungeyona then umntana wakho mele umazi uzokhona ukubona ukuthi hayi ngathi manje le ingaba khona but there's a chance ukuthi mhlawumbe into engekho ke la ayisho manje yabona so I think nje mele uwazi umndeni wakho ubazi abantu abasempilweni yakho
to add kuloko ukuthi kumele vele uhlale uqaphelile abantwana vele baganga especially abantwana bethu basheshe ukwazi ama rights when they are not matured
all right
kubungozi kakhulu when you know right and you are not matured no right leyo izokudestroy so now mawwazi ukuqaphela kakhulu I know my wife
okay
I know her and then maka wrong I will tell ukuthi lapho natale kadala udoyili then ngimele abuye abe right then abantwana will have an advantage ukuthi mina lana sekhaya ngakababa bami lana ngine right and sekibo it's true usekibo but now exercise that right ukuthi sekibo angakabi matured izomdestroy yena because nami angeke ngivume ukuthi phela endlini kungabi nokuthula angeke ngivume ukulala esofeni ngendaba yokuthi umntwana ufuna ukusebenzisa i-right ukuthi sekibo kumele maka wrong ngibuye ngimbuyise futhi naye ukuthi uyadoya lana njengoba uvele asho ukuthi kumele ube attentive kuba both sides so that uzokwazi ukubona lona masekaqala ugango ukwazi ukumbona naloma masekaqinisa isandla ino wrong way ukwazi ukumbona.
So how are you able, because now ukhulumeka very powerful uthenga women also know us and they can also be very manipulative. So now that thing it's not really easy to tell when a person is being manipulative. And among these, you keep referring to women first to say that abantwana bayakang, abantwana can use this. So it means that the woman already has an advantage. It's not abo mama can come in with a negative intention. I think that's where you really need to just mhlambe as men also adjust that. Which is not only from umntwana uyakang. It's also from women can also be very manipulative when it comes to kids, because what we're discussing the interest of the child, not seeing your father every day is sheer a deep scar that could cause a lifetime trauma. So yes, what do we do to improve those relationships? And as men, what is your most powerful role that enithi namhlanje nawe wayifundiswa ubaba wakho and ufuna ukuyindlulisela ebantwaneni bakho? Yini le engaka edingeka kubaba ekumele undlulisele einganeni zakho?
Thanks. Unfortunately mina zange ngakhuliswa babami. Babama washona at the early age.
All right.
So ngikhule ngingazi ukuthi yini ubaba until I realized the anger that I had, the anger that I didn't know ukuthi khona, because umntwana ungakhuliswa ubaba akho bane anger. Because ukuba ne relationship nomntwana noma ukuxoxa nomntwana noma ukusupporta umntwana akusho ukuthi khona impilo nomntwana. Ukuba khona impilo nomntwana, that's when you are able ukudlala naye umntwana. Siqala lapho ekudlaleni. Masidlala ama-ali masenze izinto zamatrata, we go there together. And then ke bese iba sekutheni into ukuthi uma ubaba ekhona but engekho, angeke abone noma umntwana sekane anger yokuthi udinga ubaba because yena ukhona. Ngoba uyakwazi ukuthi grocery, uyakwazi uthenga uniform, then yena uthi ukhona. But ukuze umntwana afunde ukuthi mina kusasa ngizoba indoda, because masikhulisa abantwana sikhulisa abomama bakusasa, sikhulisa amadoda bakusasa, especially bafaneni. Nginenhliziyo ethambe kakhulu for abafana, because I know ukuthi kunjani mawumfana udinga ubaba angabi khona. You have to be taught responsibility. Ukuze ube indoda uyenziwa, awukhuliswa ukuthi ube indoda. Amadoda siyawayenza, asiwakhulisi amadoda.
Wow.
That's why namhlanje sisinabafana abanezintshebe ezimhlophe, because bakhulisiwa zange bayenza babe amadoda. So now ukuze umntwana umenze abe indoda kumele umlole at the early age. Mangabe umnyango uphukile uthatha screw drive nayo ni lapha kuhandle umnyango.
Okay.
This is how we do things.
Yes.
So that naye azi ukuthi okay mangiyindoda ngine responsibility. As a man, and irresponsibility qala sifunde ekhaya ezintweni zasekhaya. So mangekho umuntu okufundisa irresponsibility uba nenkinga kusasa awukwazi kwa exercise noma ukwayenza those responsibilities, because akekho umuntu okwakufundisa. Ngiyangibona amanye ababo mama bathi bona mina ngubaba ngumama, it's impossible. Awubu ubaba umama, mawumama umama. Angeke uthi ube ubaba. So mawumama uzofundisa umntwana ngendlela umfundisa ngayo, but angeke umenze abe indoda kusasa. Udinga indoda ukuze imenze abe indoda.
Wow. That is so profound. That is so profound. I hope a lot of men out there are listening, because it means that abantwana, they're missing out a lot. Ngoba thina siyabakhulisa nje abantwana. We don't make them. Siyabakhulisa. So into ekhulumayo is very profound. Yeah. So what would you like to add, lady?
No, uyishaywa iqeda. Uyishaywa iqeda. Yeah, no, I think into esikhuliswe or indlela esikhule ngayo mhlambe eza okay mina ngimbaba beyakhona, but ke wa impatha lento yokuba responsible. Vele uqala ngokuvikela into ezakini abafuna bodadweni, because I was like older, so they are like my responsibility, because yena uhlala ngekho sespanini. And then uba nalento leyo ukuthi vele kushuthi as a male should vele mele ube protector and a provider. So noma ukhula vele noma abantwana bale, that's why it becomes a problem for me, because I can't fully provide and protect umuntu engamboni. I can't know ukuthi le mali engiyithumele vele udla kahle nge1 until nge31. I can't know ukuthi esikolweni kwenzakaleni, because ezinye izinto azikho material ezisisho. Esikolweni ufrustrated by something, or another boy wenze this, or another girl wenze this. So udinga ukuthi mhlambe leyo nto angayikhipha kuwe, then nixoxe umbonise mhlambe ama insights ukuthi man leyo nto amanzi amancane, you can overcome it in this and that way. And then kusasa you go back to school. Uthola umntwana noma abuyele esikolweni kusasa sekazenyeza, because mayikwenzeke into mhlambe afile ukuthi embarrassing or afile ukuthi imhlulile, yabo. So and wena awubanga khona ukuthi uzomqinisa idolo ukuthi no, this thing happens. So nawe makwenzekile kushuthi it's way of life, indlela yokukhula, sihlangana neingcinamba, this happens and that happens, and then uzoba grand, yabo. So you're not there to do that, to say that, to comfort him, to encourage him. Then i-role yakho kushuthi we play to the fullest because you're not there.
Wow.
So yeah, as a father nje mele ube there ngayo yonke indlela. Ukukhuluma nje umtshela umntwana ukuthi no kuzoba right, just because you said kuzoba right. As if you can notice abantu abanokuvela kulama shows abafuna ama parents but ngifuna ubaba this and that, kuna this belief ukuthi immediately ngamthola into zami zoba straight. Omunye azathi no ngiyenyangeni kuthiwa mile nyonyathela kabo baba, because kunalento le ukuthi umndeni wakabo babakho uwe. So immediately once kwaba na that father figure nje life yakho izinto zizoqonda, yabona, noma ngakenzelanga next, noma ngana mali eningi, noma kungenani, but inside uzofila nje content ukuthi uzibanibani, uzofila ukuthi uyazazi, and then your life will have direction.
So uthando luka baba lubaluleke kakhulu, and ushilo lakhe nje ukuthi kugcina kukhosa neanger. Now we find these young boys nabo abanye babizwa ngamagama sebayabhema, abanye basenkingeni, abanye basemajele as we speak today ngokuswela uthando ne guidance yakababa. And ngiyayithanda nanto oshilo vele ukuthi mawukhona you are able to guide a lot of things, you know, like a simple example njengoba usho Mr. Mzimba ukuthi angeke mawumama ube ubaba no mama. I remember an incident when umntana udlala ibhola umfana. So he comes to me, uza kimi yakhala, mama uzibanibana kangiphaselanga, mina nje into oqale ngayisho nje sinoma mama marubani lo ngizomlanda lo ukujwayela kabi. And then ubaba ke beyakhona, he was like yini ndoda, hayi angisho mina bangiphasela wathi hamba maka sheshis hamba, and not all the same time, yabona. So there are different roles because mina ngifuna ukumtreat njengentombazana. Ubaba kho uyazi ukuthi lo muntu lo udinga ukuba umfana. Now makangekho leyo balance la ayiba khona, and njengoba usho umuntu ugcina sekaba nentshebe aba ile ntombazana eyumfana yakhuliswa uphumzile. So which is also a loss to our kids. In closing, I want you to just advise, especially the boys out there, because no kunendenishilo a very profound that you're not with your partners and you didn't have solid relationships with them. How important is it ukuthi understand ukuthi when you are in a relationship with somebody, don't have a child with them unless uzazi ukuthi you want to commit a lifetime to this person? How important is that as young men? What's the message?
Now mina into engayisho ukuthi amajita avala namazipho isikhathi singakafiki, because
Bavala amazipho.
yeah isikhathi singakafiki, inkinga iba kulapho ke lana sesivula khona amazipho noma kanjani. Mawuqala uvula izipho khumbula ukuthi kukhona imbewu ezophuma, le mbewu leya izohluma vele. So now ukuze bakwazi ukucontrol amajita mawazama ukuvala amazipho, bangahamba hambi bavula amazipho, because life is expensive as it is now. And then khumbula when you are a young person sazokuthatha isikhathi ukuthi ube indoda, ungaba nomntwana, but that doesn't make you a father. You are umntwana onomntwana, usadinga direction, awukhona ukudirector loyana. So mawusithi mavaleka amajita sisiphatheni kahle, sithanda uNkulunkulu.
Sithanda uNkulunkulu.
Sithanda uNkulunkulu. Problem iba sekutheni problem enkulu when we want to lead without God.
I'm sorry, can I just make a follow-up question there? You know, I once heard this guy referring to Uguti, a man can impregnate like 10,000 women a day. That's how powerful a man is. That's how he phrased it. A man is so powerful in a sense that he can impregnate 10,000 women a day. What do you say to the grown men also that are out there who are making kids deliberately so? And abazazi ukuthi angeke babakhulise.
No. Inzima leyo angithi manje wona sisi ukuthi sicabanga ukuthi siyazi simadoda.
Okay.
And then masiqala sibamba imali, iyas destroy imali thina samadoda. Because mawunemali you can fund everything. Una imali ungalalana noma ubani. I was listening to you ready izolo uthi omunye yena uyazi ukuthi indoda yakhe ayicheat because salary yonke yendoda iza kuye.
Okay.
So now salary mayize kuye indoda yibi ne extra money yokucheat. So manje uma sinemali siyalimala kakhulu. Khona omunye ubaba engiyangambona ngelingilanga hamba ngentombazana edrope esikolweni. Intombazana yazibhemela, yaziphuzela, idrope esikolweni intombazana ilahlekile. Then I saw ubaba omdala naliya mntwana luyana. Then I'm like, kulo baba lona igogoko lendoda akhwena ukuthi umntwana alahlekile abese nawe uyamqedelela. Ubulala umuntu already ofayo ekumele ngona ngabe uyamvusa ubaba. So amadoda kahle kahle awafuni uNkulunkulu. That's why noma sinamabandla kugcwele nina bomama amadoda awamfuni uNkulunkulu. That's why abenza ama mistake are very stupid because abamfuni uNkulunkulu.
Yo. Oh, what a sad one. It's so sad. Nokuthi ngabe uyamkhulisa uyamsiza.
Yena uyadla. Ngoba bona abafana bayadla. Naye kwamdala ngaka ukuthi ulahlile.
Oh Nkosi yami.
Oh. It's a challenge.
Yeah, really,
Yeah,
what would you
I'm
like to add? I mean, men out there, boys out there, you know, what do you want to say to them?
No, what I'd like to say ukuthi kuyi challenge because abafana abaningi as we say ukuthi ababa baleka abanye ababaleki kuba ukuthi mhlamba ubhorwa isituation azithola kuyo with the ex ukuthi mhlamba bona kahle ukuthi ngathi abuse situation athi ingcono ngidlalile kude akasale sekabona umntwana makakhula uzomfuna ubabakhe bese uyazizela kimi. I think leyo nto leyo also iyasilahlekisa ine deprive umntwana of the benefits okuba nobaba if nawe ezubaba uyangala uthi ngidlalela kude. So I think ukuthi abantwana babe nama father figures it's very very important. Mele sizame njengazo zonke indlela ukuthi sibe khona empilweni zengane.
Wow. And what do you say to the grown men out there who do have power, who are in power, and who say, Yuguti, I'm such a powerful man and I can make kids everywhere and ngizoba support the phezwalo? What do you say to them?
No, I say leyo nto ayisebenzi. Ngangihlala ngi-argue with a friend of mine. Lento yokuba nengane eningi ukuthi lokho kwami naloko kwami uzukhohlwe namagama awubaza amagama aba awazi lo nangisho yakhomba ukuthi hayi phela ngiyindoda mina nginsizwa kunanga kangaka as you share le example ukuthi indoda can make 10,000 kids and what not. So I think leyo nto leyo as much as singayisho still yasilahlekisa because vele ilimaza labantwana labo bazalo bashi noma ngabe uyayithumela imali is not about sending imali or sending igrocer umntwana uyamdinga ubaba uyayidinga ifather figure umuntu azokhuluma naye makudingeka izimo zokuthi uyakhula zobudoda. I think inalento leyo ukuthi kusayiwe intabini and what not mhlambi yasiza ke for those advices but kuba yiperiod esikhathi esincane so umntwana udinga ukuthi abe ne constant guidance yabona. So as ueda futhi on that mhlambi emasontweni ezi kunabo pastor mhlambi nabanye abobaba abagijima ngendlela right. I think as young boys mhlambi we can look up to those male figures because all you need kahle kahle umuntu wesilisa ongakhona ukuinteracta naye mhlambi mohlangabezana neingqinamba ezomntana womfana naloko kungasiza ukuthi nathi singayivali iminyango if another child uthi hayi kumele attend ubabakhe kumele attend uzibanibani. So if as a male uba kuleyo situation yokuthi vele umntwana abe ku mistake yakho ukuthi umsize be the father figure le ayidingayo then it will pay out in the end.
Be the father figure. Wow, thank you so much for ulwazi lenu ukushare izitori zenu and your insight that you gave us. Can you kindly just tell people where to find you and remind them nje ukuthi uwenzani ukuze bazokuthola for leyo nto leyo?
Oh, okay, mina ngulakho umzimba Pastor LJ Maphupheni ma 16 there's a Beautiful Gate Ministries. So we have ama programs amanengi ke we have program amantombazana iThalita Khumi, we have I Am My Brother's Keeper, that is my program but I cherish it so much. Idila ngamadoda not ngabafana. Then I have also a program Boys to Men whereby we deal with youngsters, young boys. So ngiyatholakala ke ku Facebook LJ Mzimba, ngiyathola i Beautiful Gate Ministries khona ku Facebook. Yeah.
Siyabonga. Bakuthola kuphi veli?
Ngiyatholakala ku Facebook ku personal account uVeli Robert. And we're doing the NPO which will assist emphakathini because we believe ukuthi kahle kahle le role yokukhulisa ye parenthood nama family structures ngathi kuba kuhle ukuthi kube umama ubaba then kube yingane. So if you can maintain that ngasiza. So we have an organization ishintsha impilo which will be active Ward 65 emaphupheni. So but okwamanje ngitholakala on my Facebook account and then then we'll push nje indaba yokubalansa ishintsha impilo and change the lives of our communities.
Thank you so much. I hope namhlanje nonke emakhaya nizizwele and you also took a lot of what the gentleman shared with us in studio. So if you are a man out there and you're not raising your child, I would like for you to really rethink your decision. I mean, it's very important for you to love, support, and care for your kids so that we don't raise angry kids that go out there and cause izinto eziningi eziba yi-problem in future for our country. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nisijoin.